Hello everyone, Untitled, welcome to another fabric mod overview, this time on Winged, a mod that simply adds a ton of different wings that range from some from different mobs to just different colours of wool, or even Minecon cape wings technically as well. Now, to get started, what you want to do is get a core of flight, which you can find two different ways. You can find a normal one or fixed one in end cities, and then there's any of the other structures like buried treasure, simple dungeons, so the ones with just a spawner of course, woodland mansions, and abandoned mine shafts that will give you a broken one, but then you can fix it with slime ball and diamond, and you will end up getting broken ones if you happen to rip your wings off. So I'll demonstrate that soon. But if you do happen to come across a broken one in the overworld instead of a proper core of flight in an end city, then you can just add a diamond and slime ball to it and you'll be good to go. You can also make a heart of the sky as well if you want creative flight as an option, like I have here, just testing out how quick it drains. So yeah. But if you want creative flight besides using wings, then you have an option there. But yeah, we'll just go through some of the other aspects real quick, like some of the recipe related stuff, and then we'll move on to the wings and boosters and other such. So, I'm just going to guess what most of these are, since some are fairly self-explanatory, some are not. A fair amount of these aren't really detailed on the mod page, like for example, it does say various materials, but some of them, while they do give a description, some probably might not be that clear. So for example, you've got a bat one here, which is then used for bat wings. You've got a black feather, which I assume is supposed to be something else, but there's no like feather and then black dye sort of situation. It's just, say, with the other feathers like the angel one or phoenix, but there's a few different ones, and then you make them into the wings. So I'm not too sure on the black one there's, it's not a dyed version, it's just something else that you can apparently get from some other mob that I'm unaware of. Fried chicken, I assume you possibly get from using fire aspect on a chicken, at a guess, or it's just a drop from chickens, possibly, at random. Same with maybe the black feather, I don't know. The Orality crystal from Enderman, the demonic flesh from zombies, possibly zombie pigmen, I guess it's more so zombies though. So many of these don't have recipes, but the angel one and the phoenix one do, as you can see. The bowl of dyes is made with dyes and a bowl, so the following colours here. You've got an attendee ticket for your Minecon related cape wings, so those ones. You've got Vex Essence dropping from Vex, and that's pretty much it in terms of drops that you'll get from other mobs or certain other resources to make into some of the wings that aren't, say, something like wool, for example. So yeah. Moving on though, other things to keep of note is the Ceremonial Knife. This is used for ripping off wings, as you don't just put wings and have them go into your chestplate slot or in a trinket slot if you have trinkets installed. It's not that. It's you put wings on, and it's pretty much that they're attached to you. So yeah, and I'll show that soon. But what you want to do otherwise is have a dipped one of this. You want Dragon's Breath and then a Ceremonial Knife, and then you can use this to rip your wings off. So if I put, say, some fried chicken wings on, for example, which I'll just right click to enable, and you can see it's not in any slots whatsoever, but it's attached to me, as you can see. And if I get my actual dipped one and right click, you can see I take damage, but I also get a broken core, so that means you have to fix it again. So similar to getting it from the overworld structures, you'll be getting a broken core if you're ripping off your wings as well. So you have to then fix it, or you can use it in a Heart of the Sky if you prefer to do that after ripping your wings off. If you don't want to constantly go, okay, I'm fixing this, and then using it for wings, even though the wings will last longer than the Heart of the Sky, of course, as you can tell. And the dipping that happens on the Ceremonial Knife will also disappear and make it just a regular Ceremonial Knife. So you're going to need more and more Dragon's Breath to then put on the knife again, just to rip your wings off more and more and more. So keep that in mind, as yeah, you'll probably be doing it often if you do change your mind on wings you want. Otherwise though, we have the boosters, which pretty much just give you additional benefits like fireworks rockets can, so except with more seconds of flight to consider. Now obviously you can activate or deactivate these, and they give different benefits, such as the standard one giving you 40 seconds of flight, the short burst giving you 10 seconds of flight, 160 the long duration, and then the forward launcher, which allows you to launch yourself up from the ground. So you've got that as an option if you're struggling to, for example, use an elytra and you're going, oh, okay, I don't want to have to climb to something to then use the elytra to then use a firework rocket or something. You can just use this and it'll push you into the air, and then you can use some of the other boosters or other firework rockets from there. But yeah, so we'll just put some random wings on and we'll just see what happens. And we'll stop that because we don't need that to drain anymore. So the empty one obviously is just made like so, with a stone button, glass panes and iron, and the rest are just made with things like fuel pellets, gunpowder and paper. There's a glowstone one for the short burst, glowstone and paper, and then there's the redstone one made with redstone and paper. So depending on what one you're going for, that's the recipes of those, and you got pistons for the launch one. So we don't really need our core of flight now, so we'll get rid of the empty since we don't need it, and we use the standard once I can get this going. So right click and you can see that's now active, but there is also the flight going down, which is what makes up the durability. So these aren't going to last forever. If you're in creative, obviously they work infinitely, but in survival, of course, they won't. So if I just deactivate that, it's not working anymore. Similar to the Heart of the Sky, where obviously it's not doing anything anymore. So the standard booster will just push me up a bit, like so, and it'll keep increasing my elevation upwards, and then if I stop, obviously I'm going to sort of just turn the other way and just sort of go down, or if I choose to, for example, which can sometimes obviously work. So just sort of push ourselves up here, just so I can get down to the ground, or the top of the tower. So there's that, that's how quick that'll disappear. Got the short burst, which will just do like so. You can see how quick that's disappearing, and that'll push you a lot faster, but obviously since it's short burst it's not going to last as long. So we'll just obviously get on top of here if I can, get on top here for example. I've got the Heart of the Sky, so that'll save me. The long duration one, we'll just jump off again. Again, it'll push me up, but after a longer time than usual. So we'll just go a bit lower down, and then we'll compare to the actual tower. And you can see that it's not as fast, but it's obviously a lot longer. So it'll make going a lot higher much easier to reach the top of structures, for example. But you're not going to be pushed incredibly fast. But again, if you prefer duration over actual faster speeds, then there's that. And then we've got the forward launcher, which will just push me over, and you can see it has 128 durability. So it makes things easier to get started when on the ground, compared to actually needing the booster when flying to activate the others. So yeah, if you want a on the ground booster, you've got that as an option. We'll sort of just land here. And yeah, for recipes of the others, you can see core of flight and other resources. You're not always going to need an elytra, of course, it's just for the vanilla one if you wanted to convert it. But most of these obviously range from using some of the other resources like the attendee ticket to then obviously different wool colours or paper or something like that. So there's obviously a ton of options. I'm not going to cover them all, of course, but yeah, there is a ton of options to use to suit your preference. Otherwise, though, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.